Hey guys, Dr. Greg here. I want to follow up on my homocysteine video with a video about triglycerides. Triglycerides are a common marker in a cardiovascular panel. So what are triglycerides? So triglycerides are essentially a fat, though more specifically, they're your liver's response to carbohydrates. Western medical numbers want that number less than 150. In functional medicine, we want that number less than 100 if you have elevated triglycerides. Now, there can be a genetic component. Much like homocysteine, there can be a genetic component to this. When I see triglycerides over 100, I then have to look at another hormone, which we'll talk about, which is insulin. But if your triglycerides are over 100, we have to look at your liver's ability to respond to carbohydrates in your diet. There is association with elevated triglycerides and heart disease and stroke. And when you look at the literature, they'll actually talk about things like diet and lifestyle and healthy fats in your diet. So the conversation around triglycerides is, again, less than 100. And you have to associate that there's also a liver component. So when I see triglycerides over 100, then I must go and look at markers like alkaline phosphatase, albumin, bilirubin, AST, and ALT. In my opinion, the number one stressed organ in all of functional medicine is the liver. And here's why. If you have an infection or your body it has some toxicity, depending upon your size and your level of activity, every 3 to 6 minutes, every drop of your blood goes through your liver. So again, triglycerides should be less than 100. Low-hanging fruit with this one is watch your insulin spikes. We're going to talk about insulin in another video too, but watch these high carbohydrate diet foods and how that can have an impact, because we know that there's a substantial association between dietary intake and cardiovascular disease. So when we look at the conversation of the heart, and understand, right now in the United States, the number one cause of death is cardiovascular disease. So, and here's the scoop, if statin drugs were the fix-alls, we wouldn't continue to have these staggering numbers. So we need to look more closely. We need to look at these numbers through a functional medicine range. And all right, so triglycerides, less than 100. I'll keep the videos coming. Have a great day.